So I know y'all heard Bronny got sent to the G League, brought back up to the NBA, and possibly may get sent back to the G League. Word on the street is that he's the next MJ of the G League GOAT. And when he's done with his career, he's gonna have 12 rings in there, man. So he got sent packing by his pops, getting tossed around more than any of these OnlyFans girls. And, he's dropping off everybody in the G League. That's why I'm saying he's gonna be the next GOAT of the G League. He's the next MJ GOAT, bro. Now, things is getting so bad, they might make Bryce James skip high school and college, bro. He's what you call a 7-foot demigod. He's a footer. But I want y'all to be the judge by the gameplay. So as you can see, we are sent packing by LeBron, aka LeGM. We're arriving, in the park, and we got to take out all these G League bumps, bro. So one thing I can say about this Bronny James build, bro, he got heart, man. He got heart, and he's gonna cook up something nice for y'all today. So I really just wanted to say thank every single one of y'all for your support and coming through today. Number one, I gotta say thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. God bless every single one of you, and comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, so I can get back to you with the response. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button. If you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. Now, Bronny's ranking first in all the stats that matter in the G League, bro. So I'm telling y'all, you can see from this gameplay, he is cooking up, breaking ankles, blocking shots, and also being able to drain them. Now, all of this little, sudden starlight moment has got his number one hater, Stephen A. Smith, on lock, bro. We even had to go ahead and send the GM at him courtside to go ahead and talk him up. And reality's starting to set in. Bronny's back in the NBA, man. And prior to getting sent back to the G League, he was averaging pretty much 0 in the main categories, in steals, assists, points, whatever you want to call it, you name it. He's had 0 in that category, bro. Now, to see him, be able to come back from the G League, have a pretty good performance against the Milwaukee Bucks, even cross up Giannis Antetokounmpo, I think that's something special. But what we've seen recently, and for those of y'all who don't know, LeBron, LeGM, has been talking crazy on a podcast, the Pat McAfee show. And for those of y'all who don't know, it's another sports talking show. And bro, he's talking about Stephen A. Smith, talking personal about Bronny. So we got daddy trying to back up son, bro. Now, here's my problem with it, bro. Stephen A. Smith is only talking about Bronny James from a basketball player perspective. He is not talking about Bronny in Inglewood, bro. He's not talking about Bronny at his home, playing Fortnite, playing 2K with his boys, bro. He's talking about him at Crypto Arena. And we got a GM over here talking smack. So I just want you to know, man, something that I think that should take the light and weight off of, the whole situation is that something that I think is really unique about, the whole situation going on with Bronny and James is that this may be the first ever time, bro, we may be able to see another glimpse of a player that's been in the league, and I'm telling you, top 2, possibly even number 1. We might be able to see LeBron James 2.0 if Bronny develops as, a lot of people hope to see him. Now, if y'all are hating on him, I can definitely understand. Y'all probably have some hate or something against LeBron. Y'all probably are some LeBron haters. I get it, bro. But just think about it for a second, bro. If you were able to see Michael Jordan 2.0, Michael Jordan's son, do what he did in the league, but even better and possibly even for longer, tell me y'all wouldn't want to see that again, man. I'm telling you right now, this is something that I think would be truly special. When we see previous players, relatives in the league, I think that's something special, especially when they make a mark. Now, the number one thing also that I gotta talk about with the whole Bronny situation is that I truly don't think he would have been drafted without that LeBron James last name. Now, he probably wouldn't be talked about to this day if it wasn't for his pops being on the Lakers, being one of the best players in the game. But he has to understand, man, he was born into this, bro. And the same pressure is going to be brought to his brother Bryce. And, a lot of people are already talking about him at such a young age, both of them. And it's pretty cool to see the pressure that they're handling and being able to still, perform well under pressure, and especially at this high of a level. Now, Bronny, man, he just had a great performance against the Milwaukee Bucks. And I can say, if we continue to see this out of him, this is something that I would truly be, I think I would be excited about it, because if he continues to, gain that muscle just like his father, bro, and even get taller, I think he can be a very special player in the league, bro. Now not only do I like, using him as a build, but to be able to replicate his play style and even get those glimpses of LeBron James from this build of him in NBA 2K25, I think that's something special. Now, on top of that, bro, we have to talk about the actual pro play animations in NBA 2K25 since we're already here. So, for those of y'all who don't know, Illuminati just dropped a video on his channel. Go ahead and search Twitch SO. So, his recent video, bro, and started talking about how smooth, the previous 2Ks were from NBA 2K about 13 to 14, also 15, up to about 2K19, man. And if you go ahead and check out that video, it's going to show you the animations and the movement from players like Kobe Bryant, Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan. And if you compare it to NBA 2K25 today, man, I can tell you right now, the 2K in the previous days, especially in games like, NBA 2K14, 2K15, were much smoother than what we're seeing today. And the result, cause and effect of that is going to be the pro play animations. And I feel like those animations, and a lot of y'all may not even know this, but I really want to enlighten my community in any way that I can. So a lot of these animations really take the control away from the players. And I think that's something that is really foul of 2K, because as a content creator, bro, if you want to, be able to have full control of your player and dominate each and every game mode and setting, I think that's something that as players we should be allowed to do. Now take this into account as well. I think next year in NBA 2K25, they have to implement different types of game modes to where, for example, badges don't matter. Now, if badges didn't matter and you were playing in a game mode where only attributes and possibly even takeovers matter, that would completely change, the meta in what we're seeing today. A lot of the people playing today are using that off-ball cheese, the 99 rebounding builds and the 99 shooting builds. And I think that's something that is truly gone away from playing actual real basketball, bro. Now, another thing about this is that if you check out that video from Illuminati, bro, he's even showing NBA Live video. And that gameplay is something that I think is truly special, because that's what we used to have in NBA 2K15 and NBA 2K16 and 17, bro. And even in 19, bro, we had smooth movement and gameplay. And that's something that's still missing to this day. Now, I'm not saying that you can't dribble, because I love this year in NBA 2K25, especially, being a 2K logo recipient and winner. I can say that's something that I'm happy about with the way that 2K is moving towards, welcoming new ideas. But I think they need to capitalize on it better in NBA 2K26. So another idea that I think could really fix, the builder system and just archetypes in general is, taking away the takeovers to where you can pick the ability, what you want to unlock and what you want to do. For example, let's just, we don't need takeovers like Blur and Deep Bomber. We don't need those crazy takeovers, bro. All we need is a base takeover to start with. So let's just say we have 4 different categories to pick from, or 5. I'm going to include physicals, defense, shooting, playmaking, and also finishing. Now, once you pick that base takeover, let's say they have these same exact requirements for takeovers this year to unlock their ability. So, for example, let's just say you start with picking a defensive takeover. Now, I necessarily don't think we should have abilities like Rim Guardian, Brick Wall, nothing like that. We should just be able to feel a difference of gameplay within the actual takeover when we get hot from, performing well in these areas. So let's just say you create some sort of lockdown or big man and you're getting blocks, you're getting steals, you're forcing turnovers. You should have a little red ring around your player, and even maybe like, a little fireball that signifies that you're hot on defense. So with that being said, not only should it boost just all of your defensive stats that, you're doing well in general, but I think it should really enhance, the way that you're playing overall, and really just grant you those takeover abilities that we're seeing that we can pick from this year in NBA 2K25. Now, for example, if you start getting hot because you're shooting a lot, whether it's from 3-point or mid-range, let's just go ahead and say it's the 3-pointer. I think that should, allow a player to recognize that you may be able to have, a more forgivable timing window for greening, and also you might be even able to step back a little bit further because you're getting hot and have some sort of red ring to signify that you have your takeover activated. So I think that's something that would really, be special to implement. Now, on top of that, let's just go in and say they have the same requirements to unlock that takeover ability for example, if you pick defense or shooting. Once you unlock that requirement, in game you have the option to pick whether you want to start working towards either the next 4 categories, whether it's the physicals, the shooting, the finishing, the playmaking, whichever takeover originally that you didn't pick, I would say in game they need to give us the option to really just change the takeovers from picking, which attributes boost that, we want to work towards or, upgrade. And I think we should be able to see it physically on the screen. And I think that's, a small start to fix a big problem. And I really just want to say thank y'all so much to Rich family for, watching this video, tuning in throughout the whole entire thing. And, it takes a lot for me to be able to put everything together for y'all. So the support is truly appreciated. I want y'all to recognize that we are building the most positive 2K Christ-like-minded community here on YouTube and in the 2K community as a whole. So I really want to go ahead and share a little scripture coming out of the book of 1 Peter verses 4 and 8. And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. And this is something that I really wanted to go ahead and share with my community, because this really just goes on to say that if, you're forgiving, if you're giving also, that's going to cover everything, bro. Everything wrong that you do, if you can give back in any singular way, bro, go ahead and do it, bro. If you can give back in love, in money, in peace, and happiness, I really want y'all to push that perspective, because with the 2K community that we're in, man, I'm going to be honest. I want to be that little bit of light in a community that may not always be the brightest, and that may be dark sometimes, bro. So that's why I feel like I want to upload every single day for y'all to spread this positive word, spread this positive image for y'all, and really just know that there's something bigger than yourselves out there, and that's number one, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So thank you so much for tuning in. God bless every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.